I did finish second at Friday night. I didn't lead any laps.
What's up, guys?
I
Welcome
don't even want.
to episode
Oh,
10
hey.
of the NASRA 360 Weekly Podcast. Uh, we got the animal Keith Bradley on here,
So
and our
The
co-host Stephen
animal.
Thomas. Keith Bradley
Man,
is,
you are echoing.
yeah, it is
Oh,
echoing bad.
um, let's see. You're muted there. Can you mute yourself in Streamlabs and unmute it in Discord and see if it helps? Or I don't think
who
it's on
me?
your end. No, not you, Adam. I don't know what it's coming through.
What about now?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
coming through
So
Keith's headphones.
yeah, but you would hear me too. Echoing, right?
Hmm, not sure.
What about now? Okay. Well, go on.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Although that echo is really gonna bother me.
That's gonna be bad, isn't it?
It is
Man,
gonna be
what the heck? What was
terrible.
you wanting to start with?
What
We
is it
got
coming through, Keith?
What'd you say?
What is it coming through?
It's coming through my iPad.
Well, turn that volume down a little bit.
Hold on.
We'll get this figured out, guys, man. We'll let everybody join in anyway while we're trying to figure
Yeah.
out some technical difficulties. Hopefully, some people jump in here with us. We're gonna have to let Keith calm down too, because he's all excited to be on the
Keith
podcast,
is
and
so excited.
we
I'm
need to let
thrilled.
him relax a little bit.
Keith, how about you just mute yourself until you're ready to talk? How about that? Is that possible?
That just worked,
Yeah, it
so
worked.
you're
So
right.
we'll go with it like
Okay,
this, and then when Keith's ready to talk, he can just unmute himself.
there you go.
So what's up,
Push the
guys?
talk.
Welcome. Uh, we got the technical difficulties figured out. So we are on episode 10. We got the animal Keith Bradley. Keith Bradley is the most winningest driver in the Triple M Pull and Truck Series on Friday night. He now has 13 wins because he grabbed a win on what was it, Steven? Road America Friday night.
Yeah,
Uh,
Road America, he pretty much dominated, man.
Steven hates to
He,
hear that Keith has more wins than him, but you know.
man, I did hate to hear that. That sucked. I think I'm third though. I don't even think I'm second, but he has me by. I think I have 7 now.
Yeah, you got 7, he's got 13.
Yeah, I'll get him one day. He's
No,
not
you
that
won't.
fast. Yeah, I
No,
will.
you won't. I got them grip packs put in, so
Oh,
good
see,
luck.
we just talked about that, and he was
Yeah.
denying it. Now he's telling the truth. I get it. You and Rhett, and there's Jason Higginbotham. Y'all use those every now and again. I know it for sure.
So
My grip pack right here. See,
Yeah, like we said,
right
there's
there.
no grip on that thing. Show the sole of that thing again.
the soul
Tell
of
him
that
you
shoe,
had
let's see
those.
it.
What are you doing?
They're
Do you
like
not pick up your feet when you walk, Keith?
oh, they're like
Jesus,
3 years old. Get over it.
I can hear him through low. He's that guy that when he's
Sliding
walking.
his
The
feet
dude
all the
don't.
way
I
across.
mean,
Yeah.
pick up your feet, dude.
So let's just kick
Can't
off with
can't help
Friday
it.
night. We raced Road America Friday night as a road course. Road course is always fun, right, Steven? So
Yeah, I love road courses.
road courses, I've
Absolutely
gotten a little
love
bit better at them. Keith's really good at them. He wins every time we go to a road course. Either it's him or Ted Wade
You're
winning.
welcome.
Yeah,
So
I honestly look for the results and hope that I don't see his name, Ted Way's name. I seen Ashley Dotson's name going into this race and was kind of nervous, but I don't know what he was thinking, dude. I don't have a clue. He could have raced with Keith for sure at the end and decided to not take tires, so he would have been super fast.
yeah, and Keith got a speeding penalty and still drove up back up through the
Yeah,
field.
man.
I tried to give you guys a chance. I didn't want to feel bad winning both stages. Some
Yeah,
guys just get soft. I can't help it.
yeah.
So
That's
who
cool.
won stage two? You won stage one, right?
Who did win stage two? That's a
Blake,
good point.
Blake Lothian
Blake.
won stage
Yeah,
two.
Blake was super fast. What happened to him, Adam?
Well, Blake claims that he wrecked himself. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, sure he does.
He
Sure he
takes the
does.
blame, but I think it was me and him got into it going to turn one. I actually followed Keith's braking line into that corner on that restart. I followed your braking line into it, and then me and Blake went in there side by side and made contact. It was kind of a little racing incident.
He almost took out 3 swim drivers in one turn right there.
He did.
And dumb it down for people. With Adam saying he don't have the skill level that I have. So
I don't.
Can't
I
follow
don't.
the
it's all
animal.
right. It's all right.
That's
It happens.
absolutely true.
How many wins do you have now? Well, are we just talking about Friday night series when we say those wins, or are we talking about period?
We're just talking about Friday night series.
Okay, so
Have
I
you
had like,
won? Have you won another series in NASRA, Keith?
well, I want
I've not really
raced
raced
any others.
outside of Friday just because I don't have the time to.
Hmm. So he's pretty much sticking at 13 NASRA wins.
And you're coming back for Friday next season? We got that locked in, or what? You tried to get out this season.
Yeah, I'll be back. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. See what happens.
So
Let's
let's
finish the season first.
let's show everybody one thing that Keith does not have on me and you right now, Steven.
Oh, power rankings.
Power rankings, baby. He's
Where
third
you
to
at,
two
Keith?
of us right here.
You don't look like you're doing too good this season, bro.
Yeah, wait till you pull them standings up. I think I'm second. Where you guys at?
We're talking about
We're
power
on the
rankings
power
right now. We'll
rankings.
pull
Okay.
the standings
Okay.
up later.
We're not worried
Okay.
about the standings.
Yeah, power rankings, bro.
So let's see. They said that they redid this format again. So I think the biggest mover out of this is Devin Painter down in eighth. He went up 5 spots.
Darn. Okay, nice.
So they redid this thing a little bit. I think based on starts and whatnot. They started to tile that in. Uh, so that puts me and you second, Keith third, Joey you set fourth, Justin Lumpkin fifth.
I'm
And then you
surprised I'm up there that high, man. I started off the season really bad.
really bad.
I don't want to hear it. I wrecked out of every race
You
until
had, you
Phoenix.
definitely was right there for sure. Yeah.
Steven couldn't keep himself out of the wall at the beginning of the season.
Listen, man, I just said it myself. I don't need you.
So let's look at
We
the
need to jump into our.
let's look at the Friday point standings now. How about that?
So, okay, yeah, we're
There's the
on.
Friday point. These are playoff standings. So Keith, you probably do have more points than most of these guys in front of you. I think you and Joey are 1 and 2 in points.
How is
Uh,
Blanchard in third?
Because Chris Blanchard won a race. He won in Atlanta.
I understand that, but how is he ranked third just because he has a win? Wouldn't it go into points after
Well,
like
it's
me,
just it's
Keith,
just
and
this is basically playoff point standings right here.
playoff point standings?
Yeah. Because
So he
technically I'm
has more
sixth in
playoff point
points, but
standings
I've
than
got
me and Keith right now.
yeah.
I'll bet you $100 right now. I got more playoff points than Chris
Yeah, I'm
Blanchard.
kind of confused on how that's set up like that. I feel like after we all have one win, it should go off of standings, and that might not be in the right order. But either way, man, that's Blanchard's in the top five for sure because of
Yeah.
the one win.
I think that's basically just saying he's locked in to
Yeah,
the
locked in the
championship.
playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the playoffs started tomorrow, would that be
They
does
would
he have more
reset. It would
playoff points?
reset
No,
based on
Keith,
the
he don't.
playoff points. Right.
Okay, got you. All right, all right.
Right.
I hate that we
So
don't see Brady LaBeouf on that list anymore on Friday nights.
that
What a
is a name
turd.
missing. That is a name missing.
For
But
that
we'll.
reason, I hope he doesn't win Monday night's championship.
Oh, he's not gonna win that.
I'm
You want to
rooting
talk about
against him,
Mondays?
Mike Brady. Are we done with Keith dominated on Friday? Ashley Dotson was fast, made a dumb call in the pits. Uh, Blake was fast, got taken out by a teammate, and everybody else just kind of
I
ran
don't
around the track and finished, man.
I don't want to hear about making dumb stuff on pit road.
Why? You
If we weren't
sped.
at us, if we weren't at
Yeah, but that
a
was like
road
you can
course,
recover from a
yeah,
speeding on a
well,
road course. You
that's what I'm
can't
saying. If
recover
we
from
weren't,
not getting tires for no reason. You know, everybody
well,
else on
yeah,
the
that
track got tires.
that was kind of goofy.
Yeah, he dropped back like
That's something
seven
Rick Ware
spots.
Racing would pull.
Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much covers Friday night. We can move on if you would like.
We'll move on to Monday nights. Monday nights kicked off the Elite Eight on Monday night. We raced at Nashville Super Speedway, so we've got 2 more races left in the season. We got 1 more racing around the Elite Eight, and we got the championship race at Chicago. So Brady LaBeouf ended up grabbing the win. That was kind of a really fun race
Do
up
it.
towards the front at Nashville Super Speedway. Brady grabbed the win Monday night. Justin Lumpkin actually came back. You know, he's been kind of part time this season. He came back and dominated those first 2 stages and even the first part of the last stage.
Who?
Uh, Lumpkin, Justin Lumpkin.
Lumpkin.
He was pretty much dominating that race. And, you know, when I think the way that final stage ended up, we all had to go down. We had green flag pit stops. Brady come out in front of me. Justin Lumpkin came out like 2+ seconds ahead on pit road, off pit road. From those green flag pit stops, he got caught behind a whole bunch of lap traffic that had not pitted yet, and that allowed me and Brady to catch him, and we were able to pass him based off of that. But then
Yeah,
me
I
and
have a
Brady
feeling Mr.
raced.
Brady was literally just chilling the whole race there. He's really good at that track and knows how to run it. I feel like he was just kind of relaxed the whole first and second stage.
So he was awful on the long runs. I was a little bit better in both of them in the long runs. I'd catch them both on the end, at the end of the run. I'd pass Brady, but I never was able to get around Justin. But Brady learned something from me. Uh, at the end of the second stage, he figured out I was downshifting in the corners at the end of the second stage, and then he started downshifting, and then that helped him in the last stage.
Catch up with chat real quick. Cody's mad because I said the points was wrong. Uh, Mr. Blanchard said that I had 4 playoff points. He has 7, and then it's Keith in third. So that's the way the playoffs would start. And then Zach Hartwick said, "Who is this goofy dude with this ugly beard?"
Huh.
Got anything?
I
All
guess
right.
the bearded goofy dude has more wins than that dude.
Oh, more wins. He's got
Oh,
more wins than most dudes, huh?
oh, oh! Blanchard's right. He does have more playoff points than you, Steven.
Yeah, I guess so, man. But we'll see at the end of the season what happens.
So anyway, let's throw up that
Justin led 90 laps of that race. Lumpkin, that was a lot. I
we'll
didn't
throw
realize
up
he
that
did that.
playoff
I was
picture.
riding in the back the whole time.
Oh, hold up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So Brady locked himself into the final four with a win at Nashville Super Speedway. Me and Nathan Maurer plus 29. Kerry Tribute. Here's the real fight right here for the fourth and final spot going into Talladega. Is Kerry Tribute and Robbie Richards and Kyle Hess and Sean Hamilton. Chris Blanchard had not the greatest of races at Nashville Super Speedway. I think some pit strategy. He tried to do a little bit different on the pit strategy. Ended up costing him at the end of the race. I think he had an extra set if a caution would have came out, but the caution never came out. But so we go into Talladega. This is kind of a wild card race in the playoffs. Let me see. Did I lose y'all? Y'all still there?
No,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
Yeah. So Talladega is kind of a wild card race in the playoffs. Those guys right there are gonna be going for those last. I think me and Nathan will be okay on points. I think that last spot's gonna be the one that everybody's gonna be racing for.
Yeah, but Talladega is one of those tracks like you and Nathan and those people that are comfortable need to just ride
Chill.
in the back of the pack
Yeah.
like the old over top the designs guys do
Yeah.
normally, and then try
Hey,
to make
we
a run at the end.
we tried teaching you guys how to do it on Friday nights.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
thought.
don't care what you
Can't
do,
help it.
so I do
Maybe
the
I'll just
opposite
show
of
up
whatever
Tuesday
you
night
do.
and help. I'll help Blanchard get in.
Oh God.
Wouldn't that piss some folks off?
Yeah. That would. That would. Anyway, so we can race at Talladega Monday night, and that's gonna decide the final four of the playoffs. That's gonna be really exciting.
That's crazy. And where's the championship at for that series?
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland, dude. Mm,
That's gonna be a fun race. That's gonna be a fun
yeah,
race.
it'll be a
Brady
good
is
finish.
Brady has already started saying that Chicagoland race is pretty similar to Vegas, which I don't really remember that being that similar, but he likes Vegas a lot, so he's feeling pretty confident now. And if Brady
Right.
wins that, it'll be what his second NASRA championship.
Yeah, man,
He'll,
2 different series. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better not let that happen.
he'll have a Friday night series and a Monday night series championship.
Better
Yeah,
not let it
Adam,
happen.
go steal it away, and you'll have a wood cutting board like Steven.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that'd be
A
awesome.
wood cutting board. That's real cute, man. You don't have one, do you?
I mean, you
You
got
might.
me there, but
You may have
13
more
wins is
wins.
better.
You may have more wins, but you don't have one of those. Charles Barkley.
mm.
Where's your ring at?
I don't
Yours is
have
holding.
a ring,
You
but
got
I have
tomatoes on
a
yours,
ring.
and they're freaking making chili off of it.
So Tuesday night we ran the Pulse Poppers late model series last night. It was the debut race of the late model series. We had 14, 15 people show up.
That ended up being some crazy.
And then the race ran green the whole race. We had not one single caution. Uh, we kind of screwed up and we said no tire sets. You're not going to have any extra tire sets in the race. And then people were blowing tires like crazy towards the end of that race. I blew a tire. I was running pretty good the whole race. I blew my right front tire. I know Blake was at the end of the race. He was trying to run down Rhett Tucker. He blew his tires.
Everybody but two
Yeah, like two people.
vehicles on the track. Robbie Richards and Rhett Tucker did not blow a tire, and Rhett pretty much dominated the whole race, led the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Adam ran right with him for the longest time. A lot of people was just driving around very slowly, just saving and saving and saving, and we all still blew our tire. It was a lot of fun. I love the one tire idea, like absolutely love it because you have to save. But I think we just need to go down to less laps. But apparently we're changing it to another set of tires and doing a stage break. But
yeah, yeah.
I love the idea of running. I don't know what 25 less laps, 30 less laps than we did, keeping one set of tires and no stage break. Man, I mean that's a late model race. You know, how many laps do they normally run in a late model, Keith, in real life, at a Five Flags or something?
At Five Flags, they
Uh,
run 125.
somewhere.
125. We ran 150. So I mean, maybe like a 100 lap dash of just a one tire set, dude. Late model race on Tuesday nights would be a lot of fun. But
So
we'll see what
as
happens. I'm sure stuff will change as we go.
as a viewer last night watching it, I enjoyed it more without the stages.
Yeah, see, and
Just
you
just
because
as a
late
viewer
model.
standpoint, yeah. Just because you
Yeah,
don't have stages in short track racing. I mean,
yeah.
you
I
just
kind
don't.
of like. I
I
want.
think it dulls it out.
Yeah,
I think we have enough stage break races in this whole
in the
thing. But
league, you need one
yeah,
series that doesn't have stages, and I think that was fun. Stages just get kind of like y'all,
especially
just
if it
kind of
stays green like that, then you really truly find out
who can be the most consistent over that
Hey,
whole
show me that
race.
shoe again. Who can do
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah.
So I like the idea of no stage and one tire, but we'll see how it happens. Maybe we can try this next thing out that they've already talked about, and if nobody likes that, we'll go on to changing something else. We'll get this late models having fun though, because it was a fun race,
It
even though
was fun.
everybody blew their tire. It was super
Yeah.
fun. You know something else I found out? Nah, you know what? I'm gonna leave that one to me until later, because just in case we all blow a tire again. So
Oh,
maybe we'll talk about that in Swim Discord instead of the NASRA 360 podcast, if you feel what I'm saying.
okay, okay,
So
okay. I see.
basically, you're blowing more than tires.
Oh,
In.
blowing more than tires. There we go.
Hmm. So I don't know. Remember if we talked about it last week or not? But the Over the Top Designs Xfinity Series is no longer the Over the Top Designs Xfinity Series. It's basically decided to end that one. Race participation went down. We're hardly getting 8 entries, in a race. So we decided to end that season. Everybody got pretty much paid out for where they were in the championship. Keith, you're actually going to help us out tonight. Your team owner put out a guitar raffle. He was
Oh
raffling off a
yeah.
guitar, and I should have got a picture of it so I could put it up here. But it was what kind of guitar was it?
I'm not sure on the brand of guitar. I just know it looks badass.
I know he made one for Chris
Like
Blanchard
it,
at one point in time.
I think it's custom painted by him,
Oh
and the
really?
one I think he made two for Blanchard, and they're pretty legit. They look badass.
So it's a pretty awesome guitar. We're fixing to raffle off that guitar right here on the podcast, and Keith's going to help us out. So this raffle goes to what is it? The is it the top 9 in points or top 10? Let's see.
I think it's a
9.
top 10. There's no,
So it was a
and then there's
9.
a total of 10 people in it.
Yeah. So the people that are eligible for this, and these guys, I think raced in every single race when this raffle started. They had to make every single race, I believe. And that was Rhett Tucker, Dustin Scruggs, Ted Wade, Brady LaBeouf, Jose Medina, Stephen Thomas, Hank
Steve.
Caston, yeah, Steve Thomas, Hank Caston, Kerry Tribune, and I think Hunter Parsons if I didn't say his name first. Um,
We'll
what
start going by Steve.
is Brady? Did Brady
What do you
race
think,
every
Keith?
Xfinity
Steve?
race?
Pretty cool.
I'll call you Steve. I'll call you dickhead. I'll call you asshole. I mean, I'll call you
Call me
whatever you
Steve.
want me to do. I'll call you Steve though. Steve
Steve.
O. There we go.
What? So did Brady race every Xfinity race? Because he is on this. He is on this.
He didn't even race in the Xfinity series.
Yeah. Hold on one.
Yeah, he didn't even. I don't think Brady even raced in that series, but maybe John
I,
threw him in there because he does so much for NASRA. He deserves to
yeah,
be on the
it,
list.
and that's basically what I was told. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
which which is cool as a respect part, showing some respect to Brady. Because I mean, let's be honest, if it wasn't for him busting his tail every week, we probably wouldn't be doing this as much.
There wouldn't be a list for the.
Uh, there wouldn't be a league.
Yeah, exactly.
All
What
right, so
happened, man? Is the pizza there?
no, kid
Okay.
knocking on the door.
It sounded like his
Man, you
winter
tell
was
Devin you
barking.
got stuff to do
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, I know it. All right, so let's raffle off this guitar. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
This is all thanks to John Hendrick at
Come on
Over the
now,
Top
pull my name
Designs,
out here on the podcast.
and
Never win nothing.
this is also Keith's team owner. So we're gonna spin and see right here who wins right here live on the podcast.
Oh my God, spin it hard. There we go. That thing is rolling. Steve,
Oh, Red
Rhett,
Tucker.
man. Nobody likes him.
All right, so Rhett is the winner of the guitar.
That's 2 out of 3. That's 2 out of 3 now.
That's 2 out of 3. Oh hell yeah, dude! I wonder if he plays. I don't play guitar. I would have sold that thing.
You'd have to
I think-
learn.
Honestly, I think
Hey, I've been talking about it.
I think Rhett does mess around with guitars, so
Well,
I think
that'd
he'll
be
be
cool
pretty
if he
thrilled
does.
to get it. Congrats to Rhett. He wins again this week.
I mean, gosh,
That guy. We can't keep him from winning.
better not find out he had a grip hacker. I'm taking that guitar myself. Tell you that right now.
He just sent me a message. He'll trade that chopping block for that
Yeah, okay,
guitar.
yeah. Actually, you know what? I would do that just so he had to see Stephen Thomas champion on it every day. Every day he looked at it. That's funny.
All right,
That's
so that was
great.
good. So we'll pretty much get into our main interview here with Keith. Keith,
The
I'm gonna ask you,
animal.
the animal is his nickname, or some people like to call him the Plow.
Yeah, that's the
you-
real. That makes more sense than the
You
animal.
wreck one guy, and they're like, "Well, you got to plow."
Now, when you got
Come
that
on.
nickname, sir, you were plowing through some guys. All right.
I moved one person in that Talladega race, and it just happened to be Hunter. So
The same reason I got the coming up short Stephen Thomas, buddy. I earned it. You earned the plow. All right. So
I
take
mean,
it. Love it.
I'll take it. I'll live
But you
with
know
it.
what? I didn't come up short. You want me to show you my little cutting board? It's right here.
Oh yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
But yeah.
Keith, how long have you been racing in NASRA? Since season 1?
Uh, Shoot. I started. Well, you can say season 1, but I started with Brady and them guys when they started that developmental ARCA series with JWR.
Mm, I do remember that development arc season. Who won that? Rhett? Rhett won that too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, of course he did.
Jeez. That guy wins everything. So you pretty much you've been around since not really the beginning, but long enough. You are Triple M Pulling Truck Series all-time winner with 13 wins. We said that earlier. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I've never really looked into it much. I mean, it's cool, I guess. A little bit of bragging rights, I guess. I can use that against the guys that don't have wins. So I mean, there's that.
Like Zach Hartwick, yeah.
Exactly. The guys that usually sit back and run their mouths and have nothing to show for it. But hey, what do I know?
But who knows? There's nobody like that in the league, right?
No, not at all. You might not even be talking.
So that kind of brings up that this is why we brought you on. You are probably one of the most outspoken people in the whole league, and I love it. I don't know, I just love that you are because we need those guys out there. Whether you love them or you hate them, you need them. Whether you realize it or not.
Well, and I treat it like I did in real racing. If there was bullshit to be called out, I called it out, and it just carried over with me here. I mean, if there's some bullshit being thrown around, and I have a view on it or opinion, or I think something needs to be said, I'll say it. But there comes a time where people either, like you said, they either like you or they don't like you. But it is what it is. I guess it comes with the title.
It comes with the title The Plow, huh?
Or asshole or prick, whatever. You want to
Cody
call
Don
it.
comments and said it was him you wrecked, Keith.
To get the nickname.
I don't recall wrecking Cody. I think he's been behind me all the time. I don't
Oh,
know.
a little smack talk.
It's hard to wreck somebody when they're behind you.
Maybe he was a lapped car.
Well, then get out of the way.
That kind of
Get
brings
out
up
of the
like
way.
two. How many? You haven't really been involved in like. When's the last time you were really involved in like a big blowout?
Like a fight
Yeah,
within
like the
the
last time you got into it with a driver.
uh, uh
Not Stephen Light. That don't really count.
no, I don't count that. Probably shoot 2 seasons ago. I had a team owner within NASRA that was sponsoring me, and we were in a cutoff race in the playoffs. I kind of got wrecked by him, and I said a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have, but I think that's probably the last time, probably 2 seasons ago.
In Nazra?
Yeah, and poor Eric Zimmerman was on the brunt end of it, and I think I called him everything but a nice person. I'll just leave it at that.
That's when you were racing for them?
Uh,
Was
so
that
I
only
was.
2 seasons?
It was either 2 or 3 seasons ago. I was part of Mission One with
Okay.
guys and had sponsorship from Eric,
Oh, okay.
and
This was
got
season
wrecked by the
3.
guy. Yeah, season 3 it was. Yep. I think it was. I can't remember the racetrack. I just know that I got wrecked. Jose Luis Rivera got wrecked in it. There was a lot of trucks, and it immediately it lit that fuse. That don't get lit a whole lot. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. And I said some things I probably shouldn't say on here.
I think you've been ever since season 3. You've been more of the hype man. You like to get in there and kind of instigate the other
Instigator.
guys that's
Hey,
arguing.
if the shit needs stirring, I'll come in and I'll help stir the shit, and then I'll
Yeah,
leave and let them fucking deal with
you will
it.
stir it right up, won't you?
I mean, someone's got to do it. If I didn't do it, who would? You can't name
I
one
don't
person
know,
who
man.
would. I mean,
Brady would.
well, outside of Brady,
Every now and then
outside
I
of league
instigate.
ownership, I
Every
mean,
now and then I instigate,
Yeah, you just
yeah,
like jumping in at them.
and I've been told not to do that.
I've been told not to do it, and I don't. I, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
We've had some good times. That's what builds relationships here. Builds trust.
Well, yeah, and it builds trust, friendships, good relationships, bad relationships, because I'm sure there's a couple people in the league that's probably like, I fucking hate this guy.
You think there's
And
people that don't like you in Nazareth?
I, I would guarantee there's a few.
You think so?
Definitely, definitely. Oh yeah, and it's probably because I, I don't think about things before I say it. I just say it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I typically ruff a lot of feathers with the shit I say, but nor do I care, honestly.
So outside of the most wins in Nazra and iRacing, what are you into, buddy? Besides your job, we'll get to that. What's your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Uh, Going to the local dirt track, going to sprint car races every weekend, or at least when I can. Firefighting was a huge hobby, and I've slowly stepped away from that just because personal reasons, um, stuff that's happened in the past. That yeah, just leave it at that.
Okay.
But just hanging out with friends, kids, hanging out with my kids,
Now you say
enjoying.
dirt tracks. You've been in a sprint car. You race sprint cars every now and again.
So yeah, I started racing when I was seven, 7.5, almost 8,
Go
and
kart dirt, or has always
started
been
in
in.
dirt go karts, and
Yeah.
then we took a year off because the Great Recession.
Was you always in the champ carts or the?
Oh no, these were like alcohol carts with grown
Yeah.
ass adults.
No, I mean like the champ carts with the cages on them. Like
No,
you.
no,
Okay, so you was in.
yeah,
Okay.
I was in the big boy carts with the
Yeah.
grown
Well, the
men.
other ones are the same. They
Yeah,
just.
to a point, yeah, but
Yeah.
I ain't got the pussy bars on there
Yeah.
to
You ain't got the
protect you.
pussy bars on
Yeah, I
there.
should have got a picture of that too, because I should have had you send me a picture of your sprint car, because I do remember that, and I would put it up here for us to see.
So yeah, you did that as a kid, and then when did you get out of the go karts?
So got out of go karts 2008 when the recession happened, the Great Recession when gas was like $7 a gallon in Indiana. So we took a good couple years off just to take a break from racing, just because we raced for a very long time up till then. Um, then we got into the micro sprints, which is basically a midget, just a smaller horsepower motor. And we decided, if we're gonna go all in, let's go all in. And we went all in, went sprint car racing for late 2009 to 2014.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
did you ever race anybody like awesome?
So yeah, growing up, and this is probably the coolest thing I've experienced in my life. Raced with Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Josh Wise, all the sprint car racers that went to NASCAR, JJ Yaley.
That's when they were already big name, or did you race them before they got into
They were
They
the?
kids.
they were
Yeah, they were
JJ
obviously
Yaley,
younger than
Josh
you.
Wise were big names. Ricky Stenhouse was a big name.
Yeah.
Of course, Kyle Larson, when he moved from California to Indiana, he was already under contract with Ganassi. Um, Raced with Brian Clausen before he passed away. Actually, raced on the same team as him when I was racing go karts. He moved from California to Indiana to pursue the NASCAR stuff. He was under Ganassi also. He raced sprint cars for the people that I race go karts for. The plan going forward was, hey, we're just going to put you in the other car when age allows. And Brian Clausen ended up going and racing for a different team. We ended up going our own way about the time the recession really kicked in, and we backed away. And then we got into sprint car racing and raced against killer dudes, some guys that are in the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, which is cool.
Yeah, it's one thing I don't think I could do is throw those sprint cars around like you guys do, man. That shit is crazy.
I said the same thing till I did it. And then
Yeah.
once when you do it, it's like, all right, this ain't too bad. But I mean,
I mean, I throw a side by side around and a four wheelers and shit like
oh,
that,
this
but
is
I,
different.
yeah, that guy's fucking
A
scary fucking tit.
lot more horsepower on
I,
this thing.
I think our good engine had 910 horsepower and like almost
Oh,
800 foot-pounds of torque. So if you got on the gas, there was times where you could feel your insides touching your spine.
That's
oh,
insane.
God. What is that feeling?
I can't even describe it, honestly. Um, I guess go to your local carnival and tell them to turn the ride on that spins real fast and gets you dizzy,
Oh man.
where you can feel your insides moving. It feels like you're about to throw up. Kind of similar to that, but it's a different sensation. Like it'll really get your adrenaline pumping.
Mm,
I guarantee it.
mm. I don't know how I would feel about that one. Feels like a rush though.
It's a hell of a rush to your wreck, and then
Sitting in a
it's like,
crotch rocket on dirt.
yeah,
Th-
basically, yeah. I
Then,
mean, pretty much.
then it's a heart stopper. So when did you get out of doing that sprint car racing?
2014, I had my first kid, and my dad was like, "I told you, think with your other head, or we're selling it." And I thought with the wrong head, and we sold it.
Mm,
Or he sold it. Can't say I sold it because
mm.
he sold it. I called his bluff, and he was fucking right.
Oh man. Did that you still wish you did it, I'm sure, right?
Oh, 100%. If I could go back 8 years ago and do it different, I would. But unfortunately, I can't.
I mean, what's the cost of like starting that all back up? That's probably like at least 20,000, right?
So if we were to go buy the motor we had brand new, it'd be 60 grand,
Oh my
and then
gosh.
for the car itself would be about, you're looking at close to just a little under $10,000.
For the car itself without the motor. Then you buy a
Yeah.
motor, so that's 70 grand already.
Yep. That's not including tires, wheels,
Right.
racing suit, helmet, all that good stuff, your safety stuff, your tires. Because how tires now are, a right rear tire average is almost $400 a pop.
Ooh.
And you're lucky to get a race out of it.
Ooh.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's bad.
That would be tough.
That's
That's why a lot of people don't get into it to begin with, man.
Yeah, and
So did you win a lot of money in that stuff? Is there big pots in that stuff to win, or
um, in the
you got
non-wing stuff, they're
have to
really
be a just crazy talent to get paid in that stuff?
basically you got to be a shoe with
Yeah.
with a path. Like Kyle Larson, he probably made the most as a non-wing racer, but in general, in non-wing sprint car racing, the money ain't like it is in wing racing. Like the high limit race that they raced Tuesday night was for $50,000 to win.
Right.
A normal USAC non-wing sprint car race is like 10,000 to win. So, and then that ain't including if you have a couple crew guys with you. Then you got to pay them. Then you got to pay your entry fees, food, equipment, and then
Yeah, it
by
definitely
time
adds up for sure,
yeah
man.
by time
Travel,
by time it's said and done, there ain't
yeah.
much money in it,
A big
unless
ass
if you
RV with a
yeah.
30-foot trailer and everything in there, man. That's
Well,
six
that's why
miles per
we
gallon.
yeah. I mean, truthfully, yeah.
How many wins did you end
Yeah.
up with?
Um, so the crazy thing is, I didn't win in a sprint car. The competition in Indiana in non-wing sprint car racing when I was racing was like it is in the Cup Series. That's
Oh,
comparable to it. Like you had guys that were in their 40s, 50s, winning 27 races a year.
jeez.
So
And they've probably
and
got a lot more money to put into it.
well, yeah, that too. But like when we were racing, we would show up and there'd be 50 cars there, and we would make it a goal. If we can transfer out of the B main, make it to the feature, that's a win to us. And as long as we did that, we were having fun. I mean, I wasn't in it for making money or going to NASCAR by any means because I didn't have freaking the backing or the funding to do that. We did it as fun, and we had a freaking blast doing it.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's too hard, especially nowadays, to get that funding. I think to make that next step, or even the backing as well.
Well, and that was about the time I started. The young kids really started getting into racing that were buying their race their rides basically. Like
Hmm.
you would have, hate to say it, but the Kyle Larsons of the world spending 30 grand to rent a car for a season, and it'd be top notch stuff.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, kind of makes it hard on the little guy nowadays, but I mean that is what it is.
Yeah,
That's just the way it's gone.
and we would have guys come help us for free for nothing, and it was mostly my friends. We'd go race, we'd have fun, and we'd drink beer after. I mean,
Yeah,
can't ask
Yeah,
for a better
good
night,
time.
really.
you're having the time of your life, pretty much. So I'm trying to think rivalries. Did you ever? So I want to get on the topic of rivalries with you too. Did you ever have a big rival in real life?
Uh, Not really. I was friends with most of the guys, most of the competitors. And if I was having a bad night, I would do what some guys in NASRA should do. I stayed out of the way of the leaders and
Hmm.
let them have the line, let them run where it's fast. And I never really wrecked nobody, never really crashed nobody. I've been wrecked a couple times and have almost had my ass whipped a couple times, but outside of that, the following weekend you show up and you park next to them and you're acting like your best friends.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I tell people getting into sprint car racing or just people in sprint car racing in general, it's a big family. And like Saturday night at Lawrenceburg Speedway when Justin Ohm was killed, everybody just comes together like a big family. So you might piss a guy off, you might be mad for the rest of the night, and then you see him the following weekend, or he might call you Sunday and be like, "Hey, what's going on? Well, you want to go do something? You want to go do this? You want to go do that?" So I didn't really have any rivalries, but I had rivalries in go kart racing. I would have grown grown men sometimes, and sometimes the other kids racing with us crying because shit, we won the track championship at Lawrenceburg my second year in go karts, and we won 12 out of the 14 races that season. And Flagman had a vendetta against us, so he'd be like, "Well, you're just gonna start in the back," and it pissed my dad off, and he'd be like, "If you're not leading by lap 3, we're done." So
What?
yeah, it got pretty ruthless. Like they would start teching the hell out of us because they thought we were cheating, and
Wow.
yeah, they would tech the hell out of us. They'd tear our engines down every night just to make sure that we weren't cheating, and we weren't. And the track
So
promoter Flagman was like, "Well, you're just gonna start last every night."
so
Okay.
you would go. Your dad would tell you that if you didn't get the lead by lap three, you were gonna go home.
Yeah.
Did
Like
that
we
ever
we
happen?
no.
Oh
Nope.
well, that's good then.
Yeah. Like when we showed up, people were like, "Oh, this fucking guy." But
Oh,
hey, that's what happens when
that's
you
how I feel
like
every
we
time you join the session.
we
Don't blow up his head, Adam. Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
when we won like 5 in a row. That's when everything was like, uh, let's start teching him and tearing his motor down. Like we ran little restrictor plates, and they thought we were drilling holes out in it to get better airflow, and we weren't.
No.
We were just better.
Nice.
Rivalries
Like I
in.
I once had a kid come up to me crying, like, "Hey, can I win tonight?" Yeah, if you can pass me, but if you can't,
Wow.
no.
Is that
Wow.
the man? You know what? I'm not even gonna be that guy, dude.
You can say it.
Move on.
You can say it.
Is
Go
there
ahead, say
anybody? Is there anybody in this league like that?
that cries.
Is there? Yeah. Is there anybody in this league that says, "Man, Keith, will you just help me out, man"?
I mean, there's a couple that have reached out like, "Hey, can you help me?" And and more
If
than
I ever,
likely,
if I ever
it
ask you to just let me win the race.
I fucking wouldn't let you. No, the way I was taught, if you want it, go get it.
Listen, bub,
Don't don't
you better let me at least catch up in the wins real quick, and then
don't
we'll just start going real hard.
I can't drive your truck and my truck at the same time. It's just impossible.
Whatever, man.
If I could, I would, but
Well, from what I learned a couple weeks ago, apparently me and you can I can drive yours and you can drive mine.
well, I mean, we can try, and we've seen how that worked out for the other guy.
Then there's that.
I mean, that's just when I was added to the appeal panel for it, I was like, you got to be shitting me. I'm the last person you want
Yeah, dude, you
supposed to
might as
be
well
in here
just
because
scratch it off, son. It's a
because
wrap.
I'm gonna say what needs to be said. And it's like, dude, he was like,
uh,
well, are these emails authentic? Nah, we just typed them up real quick
yeah,
and
put
threw them in
iRacing
here. Like,
stamp at the
dude, come
top.
on.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. I mean,
I find it funny,
Shit
man.
happens, man.
we'll leave that one where it's at. But
I mean,
yeah.
I've been screamed at in NASRA, if that makes you feel any better. Like
Who screamed at you?
Screamed at who's
I was
Oh,
pushing Chris
whoa, whoa.
Blanchard at
He's got.
Indianapolis, and he screamed at me in the top of his lungs. I didn't move him; I pushed him. We were bump drafting, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs. I about pissed myself because I was
I
laughing
swear
so
I
hard.
think I remember that,
I
man.
remember that. He
It
was
was
like,
funny.
"Stop!
Who,
Don't push me." I
that's
remember
been a
that.
couple seasons ago, right?
That's season 4, wasn't it? Is that the one Ted won?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was season 4.
I definitely think I remember that.
I remember that. NASCAR or not NASCAR, NASRA rivalry. So your biggest rivalry or run-in that you've ever had with a driver?
Probably Michael McKinnon.
What was that about?
It was this season, I think, at Vegas. He
Oh
doored me
yeah,
coming
y'all
off
been there.
4 or 2, and I love Mike to death. I think of him as a pretty close friend, and I don't know. I found it pretty funny that before then he's always preaching about, well, don't wreck nobody, and then he comes in and he doored me with like 6 to go, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
Mm.
Okay.
Didn't he scream the F bomb at you at that race and then just disconnected? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Didn't it get to that point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all went back and forth for a second. He said F you and was like
And then we talked about it
disconnected.
after, and it was no big deal. We brushed
Yeah,
it
for
off and
real.
moved on from it. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
Well, that's
Like
definitely Michael.
I
I
know I've
just
That's
had.
funny. I remember that.
I find it funny when guys say stuff like that, then they turn around, they wreck you, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Come on, if you're gonna preach it, do it.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
the guy that says let's have a nice safe
Yeah,
start
and
here,
then
guys.
wreck on
Nice
lap
safe
3.
restart. At least I
No,
don't take people out when I do it
I'm
though.
the one that comes in the session. Let's keep it green, guys. Keep it green, and then start wrecking people. Those are those official
Better
races
than
you go
lipstick
into.
guy. We haven't
Well,
talked
Oh
it
yeah,
about
just seems.
lipstick. Actually, we've never talked about lipstick boy on here, have we?
we need to pull that up.
That's
Oh, that was.
crazy. Remember lipstick boy Keith?
Yeah, yeah.
This
That mirror
guy,
you
it was
see up
the
there ain't
first
for
race
putting
of this
lipstick on,
first
and
race of the
proceeds
season
to
last
wreck the
season, right?
whole fucking field on lap 2.
First race of the season last season, right?
Yeah, it
Right.
was.
I'm pretty sure because it was a
It
Daytona.
was. It was Talladega. It was his
I
very
know it was
first
okay.
race,
That
and it
His
was
wasn't last
first
probably
race,
season.
not the
so.
first race.
That wasn't last
It,
season.
no, it was
Alright.
like 3 seasons ago. It was probably the first time I've ever seen Cody not qualify in the top 10. Like no shots at him, and
Oh, no shots at all.
we were gonna. He was probably gonna have a really good finish, and we all got wrecked out. Like what, lap 3, lap 2.
This guy, what's his name,
Old
Adam?
freaking Todd.
Todd Dansbury.
Todd Dansbury
His
joined his
exact words
very
were,
first race of NASRA and under the
Let's see if I can
caution
find
right
it.
before
"No, it
the
was gridding. We were gridding." He's like, "See that
gridding.
mirror up there? That ain't for putting lipstick on." And
And
proceeds to wreck the whole field.
I
Dude,
remember
come
I
on.
remember to this day I was like, who the fuck is this new guy? Like, who are you to come in here and instantly start saying so, out of nowhere? And well, I don't even remember what lap it was. He
Cody,
stops on
find
the
me that link.
backstretch and just wrecks the whole field on purpose, and
Cody,
then just
find me that
leaves.
link to that YouTube.
That was funny. Like,
So I've seen this guy on Discord that does that stuff, and then somebody will be like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He's like, "Who, me?" And then they'll start cussing. He's like, "Who, me?" Have you seen that on TikTok or anything?
yeah,
I
yeah.
swear it reminded me of that. I was waiting for him to be like, "Who, me?" And he never said it, but
That's
I
funny.
laugh at that stuff all the time, man. Who you talking to, me? No, it was the dude in the yellow car. You are in a yellow car. Who, me?
Some people
Uh,
just have no awareness.
no, some people are just straight
Uh,
dickheads and do that on
so
purpose, bro.
so I think I'm pretty sure some of the guys, especially the ones that run in the back, before the race starts, are like, how can I fuck this up for everybody? Like, what can I do to be the biggest asshole and block this guy for 27? Like, come on.
Yeah, I got into it with Robbie this week. If we're talking about anything,
That's no
to be,
surprise. I mean, who
yeah,
hasn't gotten into it with
that's
Robbie?
literally what I said in the race. I was like, man, it's the same shit with you every race, bro.
Ooh.
Me and him got mad, but we talked it out. We apologized, but it'll happen again in like 2 races, I'm sure.
That's all for fun.
I
Fuck
got
it.
Yeah,
mad
it
at
is.
I
It
got
is
mad at
fun.
Robbie one time. It was season 4, and I think I was like third in the regular season points at the end of the regular season. And you go into that first round of the playoffs, and Robbie takes me out at Iowa, and it was just. And then the first race was Iowa. Robbie takes me out. The next week was Talladega. Of course, I get taken out there. And then Kansas, I finished second to old Keith over here at Kansas. I think that was a. I think
You're welcome.
I think that was one of those
It's
races where I
Chicago.
told Keith. No. This is Kansas. This is season 4. Chicago. Our race at Chicago was season 3, but I'm pretty sure that was one of those races I told Keith. I was like, Keith, man, if I'm second, you already locked in. Let me, just
I'm like
slingshot.
an 8-second lead on you.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. you know.
So we just got done talking about, have you ever had anybody just ask you to let you in? Adam was one of those
I
people.
never asked him to let
I
me
was gonna
win.
let him
Oh
bury.
my gosh.
I was gonna let him dig his own hole and bury himself. I ain't gonna do it for
No,
him.
no, I didn't ask him to let me
You
win.
just
I was just
asked
like,
Keith
hey,
to let
man.
you in,
He
man.
was like, right.
You
He
said
laughed
it
a bunch
yourself.
about it. I mean, come on, because I think he was like, well, if I miss this round, I'm gonna go on vacation, and then
Dude,
shortly after,
I asked Adam to let me win like 2 weeks ago. I was like, bro, you've already won enough. I can't remember what it was. He's like, if you catch me, bro. I mean, I'm like, are you serious? I was
Dude,
actually being serious for a second. This dude just had to come off like a three win streak between Friday and Monday or something. And I was
well,
like, man, let me get locked in, dude. You're already
shit.
locked in. He was like, if you catch me, I was
what
like,
was funny was
I had
Kentucky.
nothing for him.
What was funny was Kentucky because Steven was running out of gas on the last lap coming off 4.
Oh
He's like,
man,
hey, man, if I
yeah.
run out, just push me to the line, push me to the line. I'm like, okay. He runs out. I just shoot right around him.
That's funny.
His crew, he had a crew chief even telling him not to pass, and he still did it.
What a
Just,
douche.
And you could see Adam let up and like hesitate. He was thinking about it, and then he just went.
He
I'm
just
like,
said, fuck
wow,
it.
man.
I'm just gonna pass him. That was one of them races that I threw away on pit road
So,
too. So thanks
all
for
this being
bringing that
said,
up.
if you have a spot open next season, I'm looking for a team.
whoa.
Come on over. Fuck it.
So Keith almost had your ride, Steven.
Yeah, I know you were
Yeah.
going for him.
It was.
He didn't almost have my ride. Shut up,
He,
man.
It was signed,
You
sealed, and
were trying
delivered.
to
I
get
was in
me.
the chat before you
You were
were even
trying to
in
get
there.
us three in there, and then
oh yeah,
Keith wouldn't
Keith
come
was
over.
in the chat, man. He was coming, and then he
Pumpkin
got
was fading a truck, and then
I'm glad he didn't. That wouldn't be fair, man. We can't have.
oh no, it definitely wouldn't have been fair.
I
Let's
don't.
talk about fair.
I don't want that.
I'm just saying, next season we can have what 5 full-time drivers
I'm
next
just
season.
saying. I mean, we got a roster spot open, so rock paper scissors on the podcast for who gets it. That's 2 out of 3.
No, we're trying to bring you
We'll
wins.
pull up that name randomizer, and we'll see who
Nah,
gets it.
I can smell Powerhouse coming back.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh
not
God.
so powerhouse.
Nah, Powerhouse.
Well,
Y'all hate
Ow.
Powerhouse. Powerhouse won the championship a couple seasons ago, Bo.
with you,
Or a season ago. Yeah. Well, I guess that was straight
well,
Powerhouse,
that was
wasn't it?
still kind of with Taylor Peacock. So,
Yeah, it was. It was straight
so
straight
basically, what you're
Powerhouse.
doing is you're telling Adam now, dude, I ain't coming back next
That's
season.
what
I'm
he's
Can we
gonna
get
go
a?
saying.
ahead and stuff
That's
like
what
No,
he's
that.
I'm
saying.
not saying that at all. I'm just.
You give the man a great ride. He's starting to win like crazy. He's winning on Mondays, winning on Fridays, and he's like, all right, I'm gone.
You
I'm
teach him
just
how to
tired.
be fast, and
I'm
it's
just
all
like I
right. I'm
said,
out.
dude. He hasn't treated me right, so I'm just kind of throwing it out there that
He's
he
See
still
that
doesn't
too,
mad
treat me
over
though.
right.
I mean,
Kentucky. He's mad he
Well,
ran
I'm
out
whatever,
of
still
man.
mad
gas.
over Kentucky.
What happened to you at Kentucky?
I freaking sped on pit road, or I probably would have won that race.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I better leave before Keith breaks my viewer record. You like
Look,
me
Jeff
most
Sickles says I'm
next
taking
season?
notes on all this.
Oh no,
See, now
fuck
you
that.
both are
we're
fired.
I'm
we're in
totally
trouble.
playing, man.
We'll be in
Well,
These
just
Jeff's
know
guys
office
that
in
were
the morning.
these guys were talking shit to me. I had to do
hey,
something.
at that point, swim will be damn near gone. So we'll just merge swim with up front and
Oh no.
No, we're
see
not
how
doing
that
all that,
works.
dude. Go look at those, Jeff. You know the truth. Go look at those team standings, bro. We ain't going nowhere until they can beat us.
We're catching you. We're on your
Nah,
heels.
you ain't catching
Ah,
nothing,
you ain't
bub.
catching nothing.
Shit.
Mm.
Shit.
Actually,
What,
it's
12, a 12-point lead? 9-point
No,
lead?
it's like 36.
no,
Oh,
it's not.
bullshit.
Go look it up.
I'm gonna look right
If it's
now.
that big, it's because Adam's carrying your ass.
I golfed yesterday, Zach, and I just bought this hat and I like it, so I wanted to
It's
wear it
actually
for the
been back and
podcast
forth
tonight.
because with Steven winning and then you and Cinnamon winning and Blanchard even won y'all race, so it's been and Ted too, so it's been really back and forth. It's 8 points right now.
You could always just come join us. We get the most out of our guys.
Oh
Do
man.
you?
I mean, we fucking try.
Do you see what Adam's
Sounds good.
doing? Do you see what
It
Adam's
looks good
doing?
on paper. Yeah, he's won enough money to make a fucking car payment this year. Well, I can't say
And
this year because and fucks and got the prices all jacked up. So probably 2 years ago.
then
Yeah.
maybe 2 years ago. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there's so
Have I
many.
ever
Did
like
you
really
guys
ran into you,
see?
Keith?
You know he's running around town with his Venmo like, look, see, I'm a professional race car driver. I get paid to do this.
No,
Did
I'm
you
not.
guys see where Masvidal was saying "Let's go Brandon"? Had the whole crowd chanting "Let's go Brandon," and
Yeah, yeah.
pointed at Trump and was like, "We need to get him back in office."
Hey, did you see the kids in the gym class? They were all chanting it during, I think it was like band practice. They all started chanting
And no, the kids. No, that's been
it.
a
Yeah.
while ago, right? That wasn't recently.
Oh, it was recent. This is a new
Really?
video. Yeah, I seen it on TikTok the other day and was like, that's
Oh, I
awesome.
remember when it all started, dude. There was a bunch of that happening. Yeah, but that was funny when Jose Masvidal. It's like I'm out of here. I'm dipping, but let's get Trump back in office. Let's go, Brandon, and start chanting it.
You know somebody's ears are burning right now. Like,
Oh,
we
somebody's
gotta quit talking about this.
like Cody in California
Well,
over there.
you said it. What is it that I call it? Cali fucks. That's what it is.
Oh
Oh
my
no.
god.
Oh no.
We only
I
have
mean,
one.
Okay.
We only have one viewer for Cali. We're fine.
Oh, well,
so
true.
let me be honest on this. So,
Do we need? What time is it? I think it's 10 o'clock, Adam.
who gives a fuck? When I was racing, I raced with the guys in Cali that race sprint cars would move to Indiana because this was the road to IndyCar, to NASCAR. And I can't count on one hand of the guys from California that moved here that I actually got along with because they were cocked suckers.
Well,
Like
it's a whole different
they were,
world, man.
dude, it's like coming from a different country.
Yeah, it's a whole different upbringing, a whole different atmosphere.
I think my buddy
Apparently,
that
this
was,
Haslett.
he was, he was what we called our mud scraper. He wasn't all there in the head. And, he, I can't really remember exactly what he called him, but it was a Cali fuck and it stuck. It's like Pat McAfee calling the guys from Ohio fucks.
Yeah, there's
I
a
like
reason
them.
everybody's leaving that state.
I like
Yeah,
old Pat McAfee.
yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's a cool cat.
I like watching his podcast when I'm at work, because I got all this time on my hands.
You know where he play college?
West Virginia.
Yeah, boy.
I've never listened to his podcast.
What?
Yeah, never have.
Are you
need to.
American?
You need
Uh,
to, dude. You would love it. He's cool.
I've
I had
listened
some
to
pistachios laying around
I
here
listened
somewhere,
to
and I can't
Juniors
find
a
them
lot.
again.
Pat McAfee is probably the funniest person I've ever listened to.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. One
Like,
of for sure.
When we're done with this podcast, get on YouTube and find the video of him being arrested because he was drunk and he was swimming in the canals of Indianapolis.
Oh my
It is
gosh.
the funniest thing ever.
I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I never I watched Junior's podcast and I kind of started to listen to a couple episodes of Denny Hamlin's podcast. I listened to what he had to say about his appeal on there.
Yeah, I like Denny Hamlin's podcast. I think he
I don't,
he
I don't
says what needs to be said.
I don't like Denny as a driver, but yeah, he does say some interesting things.
Yeah, there's some questionable things too. Like I like how he calls out everybody for wrecking, and then he turns around and
Yeah,
wrecks JJ Yaley. I mean, that's
yeah,
cool.
that was crazy. Have I ever ran into you on the track? I don't think I have. I don't think me and you've ever had really any big run-ins.
No, I don't think we've ever touched.
I think I doored you one time at Richmond. At
I
like
don't even
season
think it was
3.
you though. I don't even think it was.
No, it was me. I think I doored you. I drove up that corner, and then there was a green white checker, and I drove up into you, Finished third. You come back after the checker flag and like you hit me going on the pit road, and I was like, man, my bad. And you're like, oh, I gotta make it fun.
Oh, man, hey, you might be right. Yeah, that's funny. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always had respect for racing with you. There's few guys in the league that you can race hard side by side with and know they're not gonna wreck you.
Yeah, and that's how I feel with some of the guys. Like there's a good handful that you can really hustle around, and then
Hmm.
there's probably a truckload that you can't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even have to say names. I think everybody knows. But I mean, it comes down to comfortability and awareness. Like if you don't have any awareness, don't try it.
Yeah. If you don't have
Like
awareness.
like at Talladega, for instance, I'll try to get the third lane going just because I trust majority of the guys I'm around. And then there's some guys where it's just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna race you. I think I've had to learn that. I've had to learn that. Last season I was like getting caught up in all this stuff last season. I was like, this season I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna be a little bit more, just let certain people go when I'm around them.
Yeah, like I've never really raced Zach Hartwick really hard. And the first time I put him three wide at Talladega, he wrecked me. Or it was Daytona, one of the
Mm.
two. He must have got nervous or freaked him out or must have jumped into the Danica Patrick mode or I don't know what, but
It's all
he
about
wrecked
awareness.
half the field.
If you can drive down your highway, like I go through freaking Atlanta all the time, 6 lane highway wide. If you can drive down the highway with cars all around you and be comfortable, you should have enough awareness.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is, dude, if you got somebody on the inside, you got somebody on the inside. It doesn't mean keep coming down.
Hmm.
And it's like I got the thing where if you block me three or four times and I keep getting runs on you, that fifth time I'm not gonna cut you a break. I'm not gonna lift this time.
Hmm. Yeah, Brady's fixing to get one of them for me because Brady's been throwing some mega blocks on me on Monday nights. Although I understand why he's doing it.
Like I'm cool with it with like 10 to go, 5 to go.
Yeah.
But when we're on like lap 5, it's like, dude, come on.
Even, I
Why
mean,
are you doing this?
even if you're racing for a pivotal spot like the last green flag run, you really got to go. Yeah.
Yeah, Brady, or Keith, you said it. Blocking is
But
one thing, but blocking with 60 laps to go, when you know the dude behind you is faster, and then racing the piss out of him side by side for 6 laps, makes no sense to me, man. And it happens
yeah,
so much in this league.
and it blows my mind. Well, it's like
You
Bristol.
can run
So I,
somebody down from a half a second behind, go to pass them because you got a big run coming out of the corner, not because you're diving getting in. That's where people think they are supposed to pass for some reason, but you're supposed to get a run coming out. And even when they see that dude, they will run you to death, run you to death, run you to death, throw a block when you get in the run. I mean, it's crazy.
or they'll run you to the wall, and it's like, dude, come on. Like, what are we doing? It's 15 laps into the race. Why are
I
we?
like
Why are
racing
we?
hard just as much as the next
Oh,
person. I know that's what they think, but you got to know when, bro. And by 6 seasons
I
in, you got to know who with.
I think what I find comical, and Adam, you probably remember this at Kentucky this season. We had a certain individual that likes to dive bomb everybody. We were
Yeah.
going into one, and he dove bombed me. Then he dove bombed you. Five laps later, we're freight training him, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. I know. I don't
It's
understand.
like
And it's
it's
every
like
race with
common
that. It's every
sense.
race with that one. With that one, it's every
It's like
race.
common sense. As soon as it says grid, common sense is gone. Like throw it out the damn window. You don't need it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, all right, well, if you want to burn your stuff up early, I'll just pass you in 5 laps.
Yeah.
Come on.
Steve Barnett says some people's field of view is incorrect too, but I disagree with that statement.
I
I see it
I'm
and I don't.
50-50 on it.
Yeah.
Like you can only use that excuse once, twice.
Yeah.
But
Because
like,
field of view to me is whatever you're comfortable with. To an extent. Well, I mean, if you're directly in the car, you can have no peripheral vision in the truck. Yeah, that's one thing. But field of view is kind of what you're comfortable with, and it also depends on what size monitor you're running and everything.
Brady said Kyle wasn't happy with Steven at Nashville.
Well, what was up with that?
I don't know. Kyle Hess.
I don't know. I remember Kyle getting a cat stuck in his steering wheel at the end of stage one. He was like
But
second.
I mean, even then, I had one run in with old Joseph Doucette this
Mm.
season at Bristol, like 25 laps into it, I think, running my line like I usually was, and it's like if I'm just trying to run green laps, I'll lift for guys and let them make it in corner entry, and he just sent it in, and it's like, dude, come on. But I mean, 5 to go, 1 to go, like me and Steven at North Wilkesboro. That's the time and place to do it.
Yeah.
1 to go. I mean, but
That was
I have
respectful
different
racing.
thinking. Yeah, and I don't think you could get any more respectful with the finish that we had at North Wilkesboro. Like I really could have cleaned him out, and I just ain't that person.
It was so fun. I
It
love
was
those.
fun.
I was
Like
thinking,
it
I'm
it
kind of
pissed me
thinking
off.
and
I'm like,
hoping that Steven was blocking and holding Kyle up.
Yeah.
Man,
Better quit
I
that
want
blocking,
proof.
Steven.
I want
I
proof.
got proof of Brady blocking like
'Cause I don't
crazy at
remember holding
Watkins
nobody up.
Glen and at Nashville on Monday night. Brady blocked me down to the white line going down the backstretch, I think, on Monday night.
Brady, don't you fucking worry about my beard color. It's from dealing with all the shit in
I
NASRA.
almost said something earlier, but I'm not a dickhead like Brady, so I left it to myself.
Gives it character. Can't help it that your wife likes it.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I love everybody. I love everybody equally.
J Lump says he wrecked you season 1 at Las Vegas, and it was because he put himself in the wall, and you had nowhere to go. Cody says you plowed him on a restart at Martinsville. You drove straight through him.
He's from California.
Everybody just start putting in the chat how Keith has wrecked you.
Yeah, everybody
Let's
give
start
us
putting that in.
So the excuse on the
what Keith
Cody
did to you.
stuff, we have more common sense on the East Coast than the West Coast, so I had to teach him a lesson on that. I don't
I
remember
can agree with that.
the stuff
agree.
with Justin Lumpkin. I don't remember that at all.
That was season 1.
That don't even ring a bell.
That's season 1. Yeah, that's way long ago.
Like it obviously didn't piss me off because I
Damn,
never
Justin's been sitting on that for a minute.
He has.
Yeah, he has. Like motherfucker right here.
Maybe he's trying to
Man.
apologize to you. I don't know.
They say drivers
I've never had
forget.
an issue with him. To be honest, I've never really had an issue with anybody.
Why is there a Cantwell question mark? Where's Cantwell at? Y'all say
I
something
don't know.
about Cantwell?
He's another fucking crybaby.
He definitely got through some. He
I
definitely got
think-
some arguments with people during his
Yeah.
one season with NASRA.
Yeah. Look at Cody saying I'm actually good at short tracks. Where was you at North Wilkesboro? He wasn't racing for the lead.
I don't. Yeah, we're really. I think Cody claims to be good at dirt tracks.
Yeah, well, I claim to. Never mind.
You and Brady's never been into an accident, Keith? Never
No.
got into it with Brady?
No, never have. I don't think
have-
me and Brady's ever wrecked each other.
Have you and I?
Last season you doored me at Michigan.
Did I wreck you?
No, I still beat you though.
Shit, you lying sack of. You're lying so much right now.
Go drink a Bud Light. It'll make you feel better.
Nah, I'm not ever drinking Bud Light again.
You'll have an innie instead of an Audi.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Keith, are you ever going to be able to race any other series on Friday night?
With the way my work schedule is, probably not, because I work third shift Monday through every other Wednesday night. So, I mean, there's a couple times where I could have jumped in Thursday nights, but I got new stuff to do on Thursday night where I can't be around my computer.
Right.
Personal reasons, we'll just put it that way. That's
Right.
That's
I know what you're talking. I don't.
That's what all them soft fuckers use now. Personal reasons.
That's the political correct way to say it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't really. Steven, do you got any more questions for Keith?
Hey guys, sorry, I had to take care of some stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did.
That's why. What is that, Steven? What? You had to take care of some stuff?
Whoa, easy, dude. We're on a podcast. You need to relax.
Yeah, chill the fuck out, man.
Man, no.
He's just trying to settle the mood down over there. That's all he's trying to do.
J Lump
I
said he
know.
don't want any beef or anything. He was just
I
tired
don't
of
think
racing
there's
around.
ever any beef.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't have anything. This was a good time. Keith, you have any questions for us or the chat or
Why do you guys
anything?
suck so bad?
Buddy, I don't suck,
I'm
all
just
right?
Uh,
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hold on
let's
a
pull up.
second.
Let's pull up those power rankings
Oh,
one
he's gonna
time.
go get his freaking cutting board
I'm
now.
fucking tired of hearing it, dude. Look. You
His
can't.
cutting
These are the
board.
Hey,
now these here. This person and this person are the only two you can't say that to
let
in
me
this,
ask you a
or at
question.
least or a few of the two you can't say
Hey,
that to.
why you
Hey,
got an
look,
onion
Brady.
peel on that? You
Brady,
just
I
pulled that out
cut
of the
I
dishwasher.
cut some peppers on there the other day.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks, Brady. I appreciate it.
Had it.
I
Cut
Had it
actually
Brady.
out.
cooked a steak and cheese sandwich on my board
Here's a
here
great.
on the back. I didn't mess up the
He
front.
had it out there by his Blackstone.
Listen,
Brady's
man,
got a great
you can get
question
in
for
there
you,
and talk. You
Keith.
can get in there and talk your mess all you want in that Facebook chat, but when you're in this podcast, we've earned our respect. You hear me?
Oh, fuck off.
Brady's got a question for you. How does
I
Keith
probably
have
got
the
an
most
answer.
wins but no championships?
Yeah. Where's that at?
Hold on. It's probably in my pocket somewhere. I don't fucking know.
It's like a Russell Westbrook of the NBA, or
Ooh. Yeah.
you
You
can
know, I'll
average a
cry
triple
that
double,
fucking
but you
bad.
can't win.
Russell
Took him
Westbrook's
5 seasons. It don't matter how long it took me. It's right here.
championship's a championship. Yeah, you got one.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't. I don't care.
It's right here.
Tell
Ooh,
Brady.
ooh.
Tell
Brady said it
Brady.
took me 5 seasons, man.
Tell Brady you can't help it. You didn't back into yours.
No, I can't help it. Not only did he back into it, but I can't help it. I don't make the playoff schedule like Monday Night Series that you set up Chicagoland for after winning to Super
Yeah.
Speedway
Yeah,
Concrete.
let's look at the
Yeah.
schedule makers. It's like the NFL's running NASRA.
Yeah,
As
obviously
soon
you're
as you
going to
get
get
to,
a championship whenever you make
here's
the
how
schedule.
it goes anymore. As soon as you get into the session, it's chat
There you go.
disabled.
He
Can't
said
talk no more.
you're the Mark Martin of
I take that
NASRA.
as a compliment. Mark Martin was a badass,
He won a lot, but he just
and
couldn't
Mark
get it
Martin's
done.
still a badass. Hey, cool story for you. I raced
I
with
do like
Mark
some Mark
Martin's
Martin.
boy Matt.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah.
We raced quarter midgets together. Me, him, and Tyler Labonte. We raced in an indoor series in Columbus, Ohio, and it was terrifying.
Oh nice.
Yeah, early '90s is when safety wasn't a fucking thing. So if you
Yeah.
wrecked, you were hitting a pillar inside of a building.
Let's
That's pretty
see.
cool. That sounds fun.
Cody not wants you to let him move in. He's tired of Cali.
Absolutely not.
You
Zach
need to show him
Hartwick
the East
says.
Coast ways, bro.
Zach
I
Hartwick
don't have
says.
any Cali fuck repellent.
Zach Hartwick says you're gonna win the championship this season. You heard it here first, but Zach told me I was gonna win the
Gosh,
championship this
dude, get
season.
up,
Shit.
dust your
Hey,
knees off, bro.
so here's the
Holy
thing.
cow.
I'm sure Zach's probably blows your phone up after each race, and then he blows my phone up after each race. He probably copies and pastes the same fucking message and sends them to the 5 same people.
No, he doesn't hit me up too much, actually.
He's got a wooden spoon that says shit stirrer on it.
I know he needs to dust off his knees after that comment, though. Good lord.
I mean, it'd be different if the Lions had a playoff win, but till then, quit talking shit.
I'm just glad that Keith finally got
Dude.
his knees dusted off after that whole Stephen Light ordeal.
Dude, I don't even have a comment for it. Like, I don't even know what I did for him to fucking. Hey Keith,
Oh,
come do
yeah, I
this chat.
remember. Dude, he loved you, didn't he?
We're,
I
we're
forgot
in
about
Discord,
that.
like, tell this motherfucker to just shut the fuck
He was
up.
asking for your
What?
number. He was asking for your number and shit, wasn't he?
No,
He did. He asked for your
call
number.
Verizon right now and tell him fucking block it.
I don't
No,
make the schedules. Who
in all
makes the schedule?
reality, Steven ain't that bad of a guy. I mean, he's just fucking annoying. He's
Yeah,
like
there you go.
Zach Hartwick. Like, dude, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Stephen was bad about not shutting up. I think he
Stephen
would have been
Light.
okay if he. Yeah, I think he'd have been okay if he'd just not.
Hold on,
talked
I'll be
as
right
much.
back.
Yeah, go took
Cool.
another one.
People
I'm
maybe
eating.
would have liked him a little bit better. Well, let's
All
go ahead.
that. So that's what they call it. Hold on, folks. Everybody, Stephen Thomas is under his desk.
Is Brady? I'm trying to figure out who's under there. Is it Brady?
It's probably Zach.
I do.
Zach's
Listen,
down there and Cody's recording it. You gotta get
Oh,
GoPro
no.
strapped on each other's head.
We need to wrap this podcast up.
we're getting deep. We're getting into
Oh,
the after
man.
podcast talk. We need to
What-
relax.
What did we say before we went live? It's either gonna go really good or it's gonna go really,
Oh, really
bad.
bad, yeah.
I think we've reached left field.
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Bradley wins Friday champ. Dude, shut up. Newbert wins Monday. Shut up. Actually, as long as Brady don't
And
win Monday.
he's secretly texting Brady right now, like, you're really gonna win Monday
I'm just playing. I'm just hyping these guys up.
night. I'm just in there talking shit. Don't take it personal.
Oh man, Brady's gonna be tough to beat
Zach's
at
over there
Chicago.
googling. He's over there giving his old lady a rusty fish hook.
Okay, it's time to wrap up the podcast. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Steve, you got anything else to say?
I don't have anything, boys. I had
Hey, you
fun.
got some white
Keith,
stuff in your mustache there.
you got some fucking white shit permanently in your
Oh,
hood.
well, I
You know?
can't fucking help it. You know what this is from? This is years.
They make shit at Kmart, dude. I know you got a local
Ah,
Kmart
fucking
or Walmart that will fucking take that stuff
K-
right off, bro.
There ain't a Kmart around here. They all closed down.
Yeah, mine did too. Mine did too, man. I miss the old Kmart. You know, I was a Kmart guy. I go in there in my sweatpants.
Hey, you remember when you can go into Kmart and buy a Little Caesars pizza? They're in the
Yeah, I
food
do.
place.
Yep.
Zach's probably like, what the fuck is
Actually,
Little Caesars pizza?
well, I would say that's my first job. But my first job ever was McDonald's, and I was there for 2 weeks, and I left and went straight to Kmart. That was my
That's
first
funny.
job.
I've never worked in fast food. I've
Well,
always
again, this
refused.
was my junior year in high
Well,
school. It wasn't like
okay,
when I got out
so
of
I
high
take
school.
that back. My mom was like,
I
"You're
had
getting
to
a
work
job."
Yeah.
It was summer. You're getting a job. So I went to the interview. It was at a fucking White Castle. I'm like, I'm not fucking working here. And
Oh,
did the
dude, it took
interview.
me 2 weeks to be like, no way,
They're like,
Jose.
they're like, so you're hired. And I was like, oh fuck, all right. And I leave, and I never showed back up. Told my mom, I was like, they didn't offer it to me.
Yeah, I had to get one my junior year summer, going into my senior year. I had to get one. They said if I wanted
That's
to run
why.
the roads and shit.
That's why I tried to play sports in the summer to
Keith
avoid from
Bradley
doing that.
drinks Bud Light. It just
I drank
breaking
Coors Light. So
breaking news. That's what it says.
All right, so
Zach
let's
packs his stuff when he drinks his Bud
Oh,
Light.
I
Just
guess
let
Adam
everybody know.
has to go to bed, man. We gotta wrap it up, guys.
yeah.
This guy.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go ahead and highlight what's coming up this week. Friday night we're racing at Kansas. I think there's 3 races left in the regular season on Friday night. We're racing at Kansas. Keith's gonna let me win there this time.
Doubt it.
Monday night we're racing at Talladega for the final race of the Elite Eight, and we're gonna
Why is Keith
decide.
gonna let you
We're
win?
gonna figure out when we come next Wednesday, we're gonna figure out who's gonna be in the final 4. I think next Wednesday we're gonna try to have the Monday night final 4 on. So, and then Tuesday night we're gonna hit up New Smyrna, and we're gonna have an extra set of tires and a halfway stage break. So,
I'm still
Yeah.
not a fan of that stage break. I'm just
Me
throwing that
neither,
out.
Cody. Let's re-talk that
As
out
you
real
need.
I
quick.
think we just need the set of tires, not the
If,
stage break.
if, yeah, that, or if anything, take 50 laps off the race.
That
Run
too.
it all the way through.
The set of
I thought
tires and no stage break and like 25 less could be a thing because people could actually not go in and get tires
Good.
unless they like blew a set. They have to go.
To be honest, I thought the race was pretty exciting to watch just because there was no stage breaks. Like, you had to put strategy involved into the race. You had to manage your
Yeah,
stuff
big
to
time.
make
You
it all
seen
the
your
way.
pole sitter drop back instantly and
Yeah.
just try to relax. So that was fun to it was fun. I had a good time.
Anymore, they got to make it easy for everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you know everybody's got to get a trophy, dog.
Yeah.
They just can't get the
Next
cutting
season,
board
everybody in NASRA is getting a trophy, even if you finish last, Zach.
or a cutting board.
Or a cutting board. I mean, make sure you fucking clean it first. You brought it over here and you can still see the onions on
I did not.
it.
All right. Well,
Don't
thank
like
you
it.
all for joining us. Y'all got one more thing to say?
Nothing,
mean,
boys. Thanks for
still
watching,
talking.
guys.
We gotta wrap it
Thanks for
up,
having
Keith.
me.
He's got a bedtime.
I
He's got
know
a
you
curfew,
got to
bro.
go to bed. Pussy.
I do. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week on the National 360 Weekly Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in Friday night, Monday night, Tuesday night on National 360 Racing Network for these races coming up. And
Later, guys.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.